Stephanie White has no time for Caitlin Clark's chaos as WNBA officials breathe a sigh of relief. Back in her Iowa days, Caitlin Clark would get calls even in practices. Her former Hawkeyes coach Lisa Bluder would bring in officials to officiate their workouts. For Bluder, if they didn't feel like blowing the whistle, I'll just do it from the bench because I do feel like we have to try to help her maintain her composure at times. If they're not going to do it, then I will. Of course, this all comes out of the high emotions that Cailtin Clark plays with. So if the Des Moines native is mad at a call, a team member, or even herself as her some WNBA games got her text for hitting the stanchion, the simple thing is you will see the frustration in her actions. But that's where things get ugly for the reigning league Rookie of the Year in the WNBA. The section IV fouls of WNBA's official rulebook states, a technical foul is the penalty for unsportsmanlike conduct or violations by team members on the floor or seated on the bench. Recipients of technical fouls for unsportsmanlike conduct will be assessed a fine for the first offense and an additional fine for the second offense in any one given game. Clark would have to pay $200 from the first 3 fouls. Then it is $400 until 6 call, after which there is an $800 fine. And worse than paying fine is sitting out, since the player will be suspended with every tech after the 7th one. Certainly the No. 22 understands she needs to keep her composure, and during the 2-25 national championship game, she revealed her new goal to Sue Bird and Diana Taurasi. I already told Stephanie White too. Max. Of course, it's music to any coach's ears, and Stephanie is right there. In an appearance on the Good Follow podcast with Rose Gold and Logan Hackett, White was asked, so Caitlin Clark was on alternate broadcast with Diana Taurasi and Sue Bird, and one of my favorite parts of it. So she got her goal, and she wants to have less technical fouls. And you know she plays with such passionate fire, and of course that sometimes spills over and sometimes that can show very visibly. A lot of times passion is good, so what's your immediate reaction to that? The new Indiana Fever first said, that's a good goal to have. Later she added, laughing to Diana gave her an advice. White continued, my initial reaction is like, look, momentum 0, changing technicals we can't have. The unnecessary ones we can't have. We are having conversations about what it means to show your fire, and you don't want to take any of it away. That's what makes her special, right? But to channel some of that in a way that may not hinder our team. The margin for error in this league to win a championship is so small. If one technical in a game changes the momentum, it causes you to lose it, it's big. So when we get them, the timeliness of them, the ones that happen in the heat of the moment, competitive or whatever, that's okay. Like, we're good with those. It's the nagging ones. Like the getting on the official and continuing to nag, that's my job. So I think for me it's about helping her navigate when to do it and when not to, helping her maintain a constructive channel for a lot of that competitive spirit. You don't want to stifle the things that make her great, but you also have to take into consideration all of the things that go into the ultimate opportunities for success for your team. In her rookie season itself, Clark finished tied for second in technical fouls with Mercury guards Diana Taurasi and Kalia Copper. The only player ahead of them, Natasha Cloud, also from Phoenix, who racked up 7 technicals and even had to serve a 1-game suspension. She even accepted in front of Sue and Diana. I was close to getting suspended for our last game, and obviously every front office tries to get your technicals taken away, and they wouldn't take any of mine away. I got 2 for slapping the stanchion with a hoop, and I got another one for accidentally hitting someone in the eye. So half of them weren't even me getting to talk to the refs, which was dumb. Following a first-round playoff exit to the Connecticut Sun in 2024, the Fever made several key off-season changes. With Coach White and high praise, as she said, she is stronger first and foremost. She's got a lot of self-awareness. She figured out right away, I need to get stronger, I can't get knocked around as much. She's done a great job of getting in the weight room and focusing on her strength in terms of low center of gravity, time under tension. Outside of the weight room too, we knew she's been working on her floaters, a shot that has been improving for her, but hasn't reached the excellence like her logo threes are. In fact, she was the first player we saw step onto the hardwood again after the season was over to get some reps in before she would move around between her boyfriend's Bulldogs and alma mater's games and more. The 2025 WNBA season kicks off in May, with Indiana hosting the Chicago Sky and Clark's rival Angel Reese and the rookie Hailey Van Lith. The Fever will have their eyes set on improving from last season's performance and making a serious push for the playoffs. A lot of that will hinge on how Caitlin Clark adjusts her game to meet the physical standards of the league. It's going to be an exciting season ahead. Those are looking like one of the favorites for the championship this season. Their previous season run where they appeared in the playoff landscape after 19 years was a catch in itself. But Caitlin, who missed on both the Uncut titles where she went to the consecutive finals with the Hawkeyes, would want more. Of course, any team with on it is one to watch, but last season, the rookie faced challenges adjusting to the league's physicality. She's worked hard on improving that this offseason. Remember the photo of her during an Iowa game that went viral showing off her triceps? To help with that growth, Coach White has pointed Cailtin toward a familiar name, Fever legend Tamika Catchings. Known for her fiery play and passion, Catchings eventually learned how to channel that intensity the right way. It's a full circle moment too. The last time the Fever lifted the championship trophy, Catchings was leading the charge on the court and White was right there on the bench as an assistant under Lynn Dunn. Perhaps this will put an end to Clark getting silly technicals once and for all. Only time will say. But we do know that Clark has made some improvement in the offseason. Stephanie White talks about the things Caitlin Clark has worked on this offseason.